Have you ever had a killer ad campaign that's just flying high and then all of a sudden it dies? So today, we're going to dig into a classic problem in digital marketing: how to stop your very best ads from burning out way before their time. You've been there, right? You launch a new campaign, the results are fantastic for a week, maybe even a month. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. And then, seemingly without warning, the performance just drops off a cliff. What in the world is going on? It's one of the most frustrating things for any advertiser. Your star player is suddenly on the bench, and your budget is just getting eaten up with worse and worse returns. It feels like a total mystery, but don't worry, we are about to solve it. Well, this whole phenomenon actually has a name. It's called ad fatigue, or sometimes you'll hear it called creative fatigue. It's the simple but really powerful reason why even your most brilliant, most creative ad has a limited shelf life. Think of it this way. It's like hearing your favorite new song on the radio. The first few times you turn it up, it's awesome. But after the 100th time, you're ready to change the station. Your audience gets bored, they start to tune out the ad, and that's exactly when your performance nosedives. So how do we actually spot ad fatigue before it completely sinks a campaign? Well, this isn't just a gut feeling, it's all right there in the data. Let's break down the two crucial metrics that really tell the story. First up is a metric called frequency. This is a really simple calculation. You just take the total number of times your ad was shown, those are your impressions, and you divide it by the number of unique people who saw it. That's your reach. It tells you, on average, how many times one person has seen your ad. And believe me, that high frequency, it comes with a real cost. Once it starts to climb past a certain point, let's say 3 or 4, people just start ignoring your ad. And that sends a really negative signal to the platform's algorithm. Why? Because the platforms want to protect the user experience. An ignored ad is a bad experience, so they penalize it, which can hurt your quality score and make your ads way more expensive to deliver. Okay, the second key metric is your click-through rate, or CTR. This is the ultimate test of engagement. Are people just seeing your ad, or are they actually compelled enough to click on it? A dropping CTR is one of the classic warning signs that ad fatigue is setting in. And you can literally see this life cycle play out over time. In that first week, your ad is new, it's exciting, and the CTR is high. But as the weeks go on and more people have seen it, that engagement starts to drop. By week 6, your audience is kind of over it, and your performance is in the red. Okay, so if this is such a common problem, how have advertisers traditionally dealt with this? Well, for a long time, the only answer was manual monitoring, which is a slow, inefficient, and honestly, a very costly way to do things. This manual grind looks something like this. You're constantly refreshing your ad manager's dashboard, trying to spot trends, manually pausing ads that are starting to fade out. It's so time-consuming, it's really easy to miss things, and every single hour that you're late to the party, you're just wasting money on an ad that isn't working anymore. But what if you had an assistant who could monitor your campaigns 24/7 without ever getting tired or making a single mistake? Well, that is exactly what automated rules are for. This is where we get to advertise smarter, not harder. The difference here is just night and day. The manual way is reactive. You're always playing catch up. The automated way is proactive. You set the rules in advance, and the system acts for you the second your criteria are met. It's efficient, and it saves your budget from getting totally wasted. So how does this actually work in practice? Let's build your playbook for putting these rules into action to fight ad fatigue head-on. The logic behind any automated rule is actually beautifully simple. It's just a basic if-then statement. First, you set the condition. This is your trigger. For example, if my ad's frequency goes above 3, then you define the action, then automatically pause that ad. Simple as that. Let's look at a couple of killer examples. For high frequency, the logic is crystal clear. If the frequency goes above 3, the system just automatically pauses the ad. This stops you from annoying your audience and throwing money away. Or another rule could be for low engagement. Maybe if your click-through rate drops below 1%, you don't have to pause the ad right away, but the system can send you a notification, so you know it's time to go investigate or maybe refresh the creative. So really, what this all comes down to is advertising smarter, not harder. By using automation, you're creating this intelligent safety net for your campaigns and, of course, for your budget. At the end of the day, this isn't just about making your life a little easier. It's a fundamental shift in how you manage your ads. You're building an intelligent system that makes decisions based on the real-time data you give it, which ensures you're always optimizing for the best possible performance.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. We've seen how a simple set of rules can totally revolutionize ad management. So it makes you wonder, right? What other manual, repetitive tasks in your work could be automated, freeing you up to focus on the big picture, the strategy, and the creativity? Something to think about.